I am Akshai Aggarwal from Gujarat Technological University. There are 4 factors, I believe, which are required for a student to become employable. The first is creative capabilities. Whether he is able to think on his own, whether he is able to tackle new problems which come to him, whether he is able to face new situations. The second is learning at the university. The various subjects that we teach, whether he has understood and he is able to apply that knowledge. The third is the operative skills. We are a technological university, and therefore operative skills, for example, for a civil engineer, for a mechanical engineer, for an electrical engineer, will be different, but those skills are required. And lastly, in our country, what is very important is the idea of soft skills. Because many of our young people are coming from villages, small towns, and many times companies feel that even though they may have the other 3 skills, the 4th one may create a problem. Now, what is it that the university is doing about it? For the soft skills, we have begun a foundation program. In the foundation program, we require that the students should go through one language course, efficiency in and proficiency in the language of study, which happens to be English, and thirdly, some life skills. These 3 we are offering as a foundation course, and we offer them at the very beginning. As soon as the students join at the first semester, we ask them to take it up. In the second semester, we have developed a new program. Now, this new program we call as Contributor Personality Development Program. This particular course has been very specially designed so that the students will start visualizing that they are required to contribute to the society, to the company where they go. And this particular subject is offered in the second semester. This subject was prepared jointly with corporate trainers, the kind of training that they provide in corporations to senior managers. We had a look at it and tried to develop a program which is appropriate. Now, there is not a single student from GTU who will go through without this particular program, and therefore every year about 100,000 students go through this new course on what we call as Contributor Personality Development Program. This is the kind of program which we began in 2012, and already last year about 100,000 students have taken advantage of it. This year again another 100,000 students or more will be going through this particular course. It is a regular 48 hours course, at the end of which we conduct the usual exam. Now, these are the kind of courses which actually are not conducted anywhere else in the country. Both the foundation course and the CPD are special. We are going to conduct a review of what these courses have done to our students within a year to find out whether they have really led to a quality change. Regarding the issue of teaching at the university, today the situation is very different from what it was previously. About a decade and a half back, the state of Gujarat had number of seats which was so limited in technology that usually a student with some 85 to 90% marks only would be able to get admission. For these students, they were self-motivated, they would learn in spite of the university. Now that is not the situation. Now we get students with all kinds of grades, and in case we do not teach well, they are probably not likely to learn as well as the case used to be. Because earlier the students were so good, well, you were not really required to be a great teacher to be able to get across to them. So we have started a program which we call as active learning and creating excitement in the laboratories, workshops and classes. This particular program is designed to change the way we teach in the classes. It is designed to change the way we go to the lab and do the practical. Over the last 100 years or so, we had developed a process of doing practicals in the laboratories and workshops. And the process was, we give the students a set of 10 practicals or 12 practicals. He comes to the lab, takes some readings, draws a graph, and that's the end of it. We call them as meter reading and graph drawing exercises. They learn very well how to read meters, and they learn, of course, quite efficiently how to draw graphs. But the objective of a lab is discovery of new knowledge, discovery of understanding, a new kind of excitement they should have when they go to the lab and do the practical. That was completely missing. We are trying to develop new ways of offering these things in the classes. It's a big job to do because in our country we have not really done so earlier. We are trying to learn from various places, from the open courses elsewhere, and also from the methodologies used all over the world. Last year we took up 8 subjects in which we did a very special study and developed new material. That material is available for all on our website. What we did was, for those 8 courses, we developed the material. We also offered television courses, because I have 550 colleges, 400,000 students. So therefore, to get across to all of them was a difficult process. We are following probably the largest faculty development program as of now in the country. I don't think any other university has got as large a program as we have. But our program is very special. We offer faculty development programs every Saturday and Sunday because we don't want to pull out teachers from the classes. So all through the year, except during the summer or during winter vacation of a few days, we offer these courses only on Saturdays and Sundays. During the summer, of course, we offer longer time courses. So we have a large number of faculty development programs, and in addition, we are offering these courses through television, and then whatever is the result, we put it on the web, the videos. So they are available for anyone to see. For these 8 courses, of course, last year we won a national award for ALCE because it is a work which is done actually for the first time. But we have a long way to go because I have 1,200 subjects and we have done work only for 8 till now. But it's a new process which we have started, and I hope more and more teachers and students will take part and will be able to develop the course material for these more effectively and faster. But please understand that this is essentially a way of thinking for the teachers, a new way of thinking for the students. And when they start thinking about it all across the system, things will change very fast. Thirdly, the issue is of industrial collaboration, because when we talk about learning the skills, practical skills, obviously we have to take the help of industries. We started a project which we call as GTU Innovation Council in August 2010. Actually, I went to a meeting of large industries. We discussed this particular issue, And they said, well, you can send about 500 students for this particular kind of project. I said, well, I have about 50,000 students. 500 is very difficult. You know, I cannot select out of those 50,000, 500 and send them to you. I was advised that this was a foolhardy proposition to try to send 50,000 students into the industry. In Gujarat, there are 250,000 small and medium enterprises which are registered with the government. 50,000 students means about 17 to 18,000 groups, because students usually do a final year project in a group of 2 or 3. And I was thinking in my mind, how come when we have 250,000 small and medium enterprises, hundreds of large enterprises, that we cannot accommodate 50,000 students? We went ahead with it, and I am very happy to tell you that it has produced phenomenal results. With students who are from ordinary colleges, not from IITs, students who are from villages, students who are from small towns. 50,000 students went to the villages. They did 17,000 projects which were completed in May, June 2012. In 2011, before GTU was set up, these students were there, of course, working with various other universities. The difference was in 2012, they were all brought together under one roof with GTU. In 2012, these students have filed 177 patents. This is probably the largest number ever filed by any university in India during 1 year. So these were the patents filed by these ordinary students. 1,900 industries have given in writing that the work by these young students has benefited them. Of course, the number of projects were 17,000. All of them did not benefit the industry. But 1,900 of them, if they have benefited the industry, that's a great development. Because in the very first year, when I have teachers who have had no experience of industry, if they are able to do so much, that is something great. This is a phenomenal project which has been studied now by Koreans, by a group from Norway. This project, the studies from this project have been presented by IIM Ahmedabad at Spain, in Germany, and this has been considered to be a phenomenal project, the kind of which, of course, on this scale, obviously has not been done anywhere else. Of course, the Western countries have a long-standing tradition of industry and universities working together. But of course, they don't have a university with 50,000 students in the final year. So that way, this was probably the largest ever project. But of course, I must tell you, we have discovered various weaknesses which we are now trying to take care. And the point is, this is something which has been done to take care of this third issue. Regarding creativity, that is the major problem, and we are really working in that direction. We have what is called S4 and S4 projects. And now, from this year, we are also offering a new program in the final year, wherein we are saying a student can select his own subject, frame his own syllabus, and study himself. But that, of course, will allow only to excellent students. Because for each such student, we will have to prepare a special way of dealing with him. The idea is, as far as possible, the university should not become a place for killing the creativity of the young. It should become a place for nurturing their creativity. It should become a place where we do not want them to mug up and come out successfully through the university. We want them to learn to understand. But in this particular direction, as I said, it's a tough task for a large university to push in that direction. But we are really making a good, great move in that direction. These are the kind of things we have done to make our students employable. I will not talk about what we have done for strengthening our training and placement cells. We have done something which again is something new and great on this level. But I think if the issue is of making them employable, these are the 4 things we have done. The next step is, of course, how to get jobs for them. That will be another question. But I think the moderator asked me to talk about how to make the students employable at GTU, and I've just talked about that. Thank you.